dash cams. I've never run a dash cam in any of my cars before, mostly because I could never find one that looked OEM, that was sort of stood out. Obviously they're there for insurance and that sort of stuff, but yeah, I never really sort of felt the need for it. But with the F150, it's going to be doing a lot of kilometers, a lot of traveling and that sort of thing. And recently I found on one of the F150 Australia Facebook groups this FitCamX. It's actually like a plug and play dash cam that looks OEM, so it plugs into the back of the rear view camera for the front cam. And then I've actually gone and got the extension pack sort of thing for this as well. So it comes with the rear camera, the front camera connects to the rear camera. Front camera is 4K and the rear one's 1080p, I think. I'm hoping to be able to use it obviously for security and travel footage as well. So a little bit of benefit there. This one actually also was only like 450 bucks or something like that for the full kit, which I thought was pretty good considering most of the brands that I've seen out there are much higher than that, especially ones that aren't really a plug and play. So let's head out to the F150 and we'll see what it takes to fit this one up, and I'll walk you through the steps. Let's go. Alrighty. There it is, FitCamX, specifically for the F150, this particular one apparently. User manual, support card. Here's a good one. Let me know in the comments below if anybody actually reads through these front to back or flicks through them just to get the idea and goes from there, or only consults it if you get stuck. Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about. So these have got filters that go on the camera, the front one and the back one. That'll be the rear camera. Allen hex key thing, couple of bolts. So this is the front camera. So here we go. So it's designed to go up behind the rear view camera. We stick that on first and then clip the camera up into it, and then there's must be some other wiring and that clips this into the wiring harness on the back of the rear view camera. So we'll set up a different angle and we'll have a look at that. Alright, firstly you just got to remove this Torx screw from here. This Allen key Torx bit thing comes with the kit, and then fit the base plate up under here. So you see that snaps into place quite firmly. It's actually got a felt back as well, so it's not going to scratch the glass or anything like that. Let's push that into place. Put this new screw in. Comes with the kit. So this is all going to look sort of OEM finish once we're done. snug that up. Very good. And just pop this out. And connect that into the adapter. Like that, and then the camera just pops into place. Just snaps into place, connect up. So this wire is obviously for the camera itself. There's only one way it'll go in. Tuck that in there. Snug out of the way. And this is for the rear camera, obviously. I'll sneak that around up behind the headliner and head it to the back, and I'll head to the back of the car and install the rear camera and show you that one. Alright, so to run the rear camera cable, I'm going to tuck this up here all around the headliner, up through the back, and it'll pop out on the rear where the rear camera is going to get mounted. So I'll get that done and we'll check out where the rear camera mounts. So I actually bought the extra power cable that is for standby, or like for when the vehicle's off. Because I've bought this, it doesn't actually require that adapter to the rear view camera. If you're only buying the front one, or you didn't get the parking mode type setup, then you'll just be able to plug that in like that and pretty much run that. But because I got the extra wiring for parking mode, this actually comes with a variation. It comes with a few different fuse taps, different types of fuse taps. So I'm actually going to run that cable instead. So I'll take the adapter back out, run that cable down the A pillar on the driver's side to the fuse box in the driver's footwell. I'll run that down there as well while I'm doing the rear cable, and we'll tap those fuses down there. Let's check that out. So to get this A pillar cover off, you've got to take this cover off here. To get this off, there's actually a small hole down here, so you need a hook or a pick to get in behind that and just pull it off. and then be able to take these two bolts out, one there and one down here, and then this will come away. Obviously the airbag's in there, so do this with the battery disconnected so you don't set off the airbag accidentally. And then we'll continue to run the wiring for the dash cam down to the fuse box, which is down there, and the other wiring to the back of the car for the rear dash cam. Those two out. Now this should just pop off. Like I say, be careful, there is wiring for the tweeter here as well. Just disconnect that, there we go. Just chuck that up there for now. I'll run that wiring down here. Obviously the power can go down this way and the rear camera can go back the other way. So this panel here, it's got a little screw in it. Just undo this screw. It's rather long for what it is, so just keep going. Eventually it will pop out. Slide that back. There's your fuse panel. So I'll finish pulling the cable down to here, and we'll select the right fuse taps. Check obviously which one's full-time power and accessories power, and we'll go from there. So in the fuse box we'll need to find a constant power, which is this one here, this 20 amp. Be nice if the 10 was, but it's not. So we'll tap this 20, and then that's accessories on. We'll see if we can find okay, so the 10 is accessories and the 20 is constant power, so we'll tap those two and finish up the wiring, tidy it all up. Still haven't installed the rear camera, so we'll get to that in a minute. Let's go. Alright, so we've got the two power taps, and the earth is disconnected in there. So we'll run the the rear camera, all the wiring for the rear camera, and just finish tidying up the wiring, and then we'll test it out. Right, so because I've got the Lariat with the rear opening window, this window slides that way, so I'm actually going to have to mount the camera on the glass beside the sliding window, so obviously it doesn't slide to and from with the window and wreck it. So I'll mount this up just here and tuck all the wiring in along there. That should pretty much finish it up. I'm just going to zip tie and tuck all this excess wiring in this C-pillar, right down the bottom here, out of the way of the seat belt and the airbags and all that sort of stuff. Plug the tweeter back in. Line this up. There we go. Quick tap, lock that away. These couple of screws back in, or bolts, sorry. There we go. Just cover back on, and it's pretty much done. Alright, download the app, fire it up, and see what happens. Obviously, I haven't done this before, so connection failed. That's handy. Front camera? Oh yeah. We did that already. So camera settings. Sound recording resolution, start time, medium sensitivity, parking collision, medium sensitivity. Oh yeah, you flick to the rear camera, front camera. I might have to roll that rear one down a touch. That's okay. Cool. Works for me. Let's alright, awesome. If you're interested in one of these, I'll leave a comment, or sorry, I'll leave a link in the description below for the FitCamX. If you want to see more, if you want to see more videos on the F150 or installs and that sort of stuff, leave a comment below. That'll be it for this one. I'll change a few settings, format the SD card, and see how we go later. So I've had the Dashcam installed for a few days now. I'll throw in some footage to show the quality of the image, but it should be 4K for the front, and I think it's 1080p for the rear. That should be pretty good. I would like to see the difference also between pulling it directly off the SD card and downloading it through the Wi-Fi onto my phone, and having a look at the difference of quality, if there is such a thing. One thing I have noticed though, it seems to record
24/7 regardless of the settings that I've set it up for parked. So either I've used the wrong tap, or it's maybe just the settings that it has. It did drain the battery a fair bit though too, which is a little concerning. So if you guys have got one of these as well, and this is doing it to you, or you've found a way around it, put a comment below and let me know how you've fixed it. I am currently thinking about just pulling the parked part of it, so it only runs while I'm driving, which realistically is what it's for. Hopefully shouldn't have any dramas when it's parked somewhere, but you never know. It would be nice if that worked as it was supposed to as well, without draining the battery, so I can actually start the car when I get back to it. But we'll see how we go. All right, I'll leave you with a clip of the quality of the video from direct from the dash cam. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment below if you want to see more of this sort of content, or yeah, otherwise we'll see you on the next one. Cheers guys.